welcome to Game Crunch, your weekly video game podcast. My name is Mike Anastasia, and with me tonight we have Nick.
Hey.
And Brandon.
Hey, what's up? I'm next. It's me.
Just like overshadowing Nick.
Me too. I was like getting ready, and then something in my brain just said, "Hey, you know what? Now's your turn to speak."
It's like I'm Nick, but better.
Like, I got things to talk about.
I do actually have things to talk about. I have stories.
Like games and things. No?
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell us your stories. You've been talking them up.
All right, so it all started back in.
Well, what's the story about? That people that are listening don't know what you're even talking about.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out very quickly. All right, it all started in August of 2021.
2020X.
2021.
20XX.
Katie needed a laptop. And we happened to find a 2060 laptop at Walmart, of all places, for less than $900 at the time. So I was like, well, fuck yeah, that's good. It was a Gateway. Apparently, they've rebranded some Acer laptops to Gateway now, and because they own Gateway. And we purchased one. Didn't really have a major problem with the laptop itself. It probably survived for about 2 months before the Wi-Fi card stopped working. Well, you know, you can open up laptops. There's no problem with that. Then you have that option. So I decided to open up and see what was going on, and it was definitely a faulty Wi-Fi card. I put it back together and everything, and Katie wanted to play The Sims 2 on her laptop. In case you don't know, The Sims 2 is a very fickle thing because it's a very old game. The Sims 2, when I attempted to get it running correctly on modern hardware, there's a problem. If discrete graphics is running, it won't. If there's any kind of discrete graphics card that's running, it just won't. So, we have a 2060. There's no reason for a discrete graphics card to also be running. So, what do? You turn off discrete graphics and you leave in the 2060 and just use that. I'm sorry, Nick, I have to do your thing for a second, because I'm very angry. So I did that, and what happened was not good.
Did he get mad at you?
Yeah, the monitor turned itself off and never back on. The screen would never reconnect. Turns out the discrete graphics was used just to run the screen of the laptop. Turning it off made it so I couldn't run the laptop screen anymore. Period.
Okay.
So it no longer worked as a laptop.
And there wasn't that little like, hey, are you sure you want to make this change dialogue box? And then the countdown and switches it right back like, oh, I broke it. I mean, I shouldn't do that again.
No, because it was in the BIOS.
Oh, no.
So they expect you to know what you're doing, which most modern laptops, the discrete graphics isn't used just to run the screen. And you could turn that off and back on. So I figured that would happen. No, this one kicked me out of the BIOS after I did that, and I never got into the BIOS again because it would never reconnect, because even if I connected to it using the HDMI port on the top of the thing and using an external monitor, which is the smart thing to do, it would always jump past the BIOS screen and would never go to it.
But would the computer like boot up?
Yeah, the computer would boot up on an external monitor, but you can't use it as a laptop no more.
Did you do that cool thing where you reset your computer and you just mash the fucking...
I sure did.
Okay.
I did it for about 2 weeks trying different things.
Yeah.
I even got down to the very nitty-gritty where I almost took out the ribbon cable that disconnects the screen and reconnected it. I didn't do that, but I thought about it. But I removed the battery, I removed the RAM, I removed the NVMe SSD, because when you do something like that and you try to reset everything to factory default to bypass those errors, the easiest way to do that is by removing all the things that would keep your memory cached so that that won't happen. So I did that. I did all that, but no, it didn't. Turns out the whole thing actually bricked the board, according to Gateway.
Ooh.
And then they told me they would take care of it.
Okay.
Fast forward.
We'll handle this. Bring in the cows.
Fast forward. I waited 6 months with no reply back from them. They gave me the runaround for about 6 months. It wasn't until I brought up legal discourse that they were like, all right, fine, we'll give you a product and we'll give you a new laptop. And then they were like, oh, nope, I can't do that actually. We don't have any more laptops currently. We're working on the new series. And I'm like, I've waited 6 months. I've given you ample opportunities to do this, and you have refused to give me a product over and over and over again. I'm so sick and tired of this. I just want my money back. Oh, we can't do that, sir. I'm sorry. So what do you know? What did we do? We went straight to our fucking bank and demanded a chargeback on the original purchase of it. We gave them all the information, got all the money, got all of that back, and then I just outright told them, listen, you have not helped me. You've been awful. I have spent nearly 6 months going back and forth with you guys, and I've got no resolution with my problem. I'm just going to charge back your product. You're awful. I don't ever want to deal with you again. Also, I've reported you guys for constantly making me jump through hoops and lying to me repeatedly, because they did, very many times. Mm-hmm. And then, about 3 months after that, around Christmas, because, September, wake me up when September ends, and I had to deal with a bunch of shit during that because of them, and, then I got married in September, and right before that, I was like, alright, Katie, I'm gonna buy you a new laptop with the money that we charge back, and we did, and I bought her a Lenovo laptop, because I actually think Lenovo's pretty good, especially with laptops, so I bought her one. So, all that's gone. It's done. It's dusted. We've already purchased it. Everything's been taken care of. Fuck it. Who cares? Fast forward to December. Mm-hmm. Fast forward to December, 9th or 10th.
There.
A laptop shows up on my porch from Gateway. They didn't reply back to me or send me anything else after our discourse in September when I gave up on them. And the new laptop that they gave me isn't in production yet.
Oh.
So this laptop didn't exist where you could purchase it yet. And it was sitting on my porch. I thought about being an asshole for the longest time and selling it on eBay for a lot of money, because this laptop didn't exist yet. If you looked at the specs, it has 16 gigabytes of RAM, first and foremost. That's pretty big for a laptop. That doesn't happen very often. It has 512 gigabyte NVMe SSD. Also pretty big for a laptop. And it has a 3050 with 4 gigabytes of VRAM and a 120 hertz refresh rate, and one of the new i5s. These new i5s and everything, these weren't laptop chips you could buy yet in any laptop when they showed up at my doorstep.
Okay.
And so was all of this stuff. So I contemplated selling it for a while. And of course I contacted the bank and everything about the issue that happened. And I was like, hey guys, I hadn't heard from them for 3 months, and I got a small problem. They sent me a laptop without any information, discourse, or anything after 3 months of the original debate. And they said, okay, well, we're going to have to check and see if you could keep that, or if you have to pay back the money we originally gave you. And I was like, no. That's not happening, because this isn't something that's my fault. I literally had no idea. And they were like, okay, well, we'll have to look into it and see what we can do about it. So there was that now, so I had to deal with that. So I waited until about February, 1st or 2nd. It was the month of my birthday, and I got a mail. I got something in the mail that basically said, hey, we didn't see any problem with what happened. It seems that they just sent it to you because of everything that happened. We're just gonna overlook this one. And I was like, my man. So then I have the new laptop, and it's sitting there for a while. And I told my dad he could have it and everything. And then a lot of shit went down. My mom got injured and this sort of stuff, and I'd been taking care of them for probably 4 months now, alongside Katie. And my dad's just like, yeah, I'm never actually going to get to use this laptop. It's almost your birthday, and I know you can't get your Steam Deck because of everything that's going on, because of all the money you had to help us out with. So, yeah, you could just have that laptop. So, the other day, my desktop computer started flashing black, so I was like, oh god, it's about to be time for me to lose my graphics card. I'm not sure if it is or not, I want to boot this computer, the laptop, and see how it is, because it's still worth a good, like, at least $700. And I could get something to replace it if I need to.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to see what the quality of the laptop was. So I've been running the laptop through some tests and everything, which I'll talk about during the gaming section when we get around to that, because I really don't want to continue talking after as much as I have been right now. So I'm going to let you guys talk first after this, and then we'll go on. But basically... yeah, I have a new laptop because of that, and it was free because Gateway fucked up. And it's actually a Gateway laptop. You were joking before we started the podcast, like, is it a Gateway? And I had to be like, yeah, actually, yes, it is. It is, Nick. It is indeed a Gateway.
Well, he's like, the company hasn't existed in 20 years, and I'm like...
Yeah. Yeah, you know, the funny thing is, when I booted the laptop the first time, the cow face was still right there, staring me in the face. Yes, it was the same cow face wallpaper of the cow that, like, has its neck tilted, it's like, from the old Gateway computers. And I was like, man, this is a throwback, but also I'm very angry this exists.
That's phenomenal. I just looked it up, and it's phenomenal. It's in 4K. Lovely.
Yeah. So, that's where I sit. That's what I'm doing. What I've been doing. I'm actually still messing with it off to the side right now, trying to adjust some things. So, yeah.
Okay, not bad.
I'm gonna let you guys move on because I need to. I got kind of heated thinking about this shit all over again. So you guys talk about your shit, please, and thank you.
Got y'all hot and bothered.
A little bit, yes.
The Tad.
Well, the only thing I really want to talk about this week, and Nick, you can talk about it with me too, is the Kirby and Forgotten Land demo.
Yeah.
So that came out this week.
Yes, it did.
So, I don't know if you've been living under a rock, Kirby is getting like a actual like 3D adventure game. So, and that's coming out, what? It's like 2 weeks?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not too far out. So Nintendo put out a demo, which surprised me because I don't know why I didn't expect it because they have been doing it with a lot of their stuff lately, but it just kind of came out of nowhere. It's just like, hey, Kirby demo's out, come and get it. Well, it's hot.
It was like on a random day too. It was like a Wednesday.
Yeah, it was like just out of nowhere. So, demo gives you 3 different levels to play through, kind of like an intro level, like a standard level, and then a boss level. So, you need to try out a few of his abilities. What's in there? Sword, cutter, bomb, and like the freeze one's in there too.
Yeah, I used the freeze one. It's not good for the boss.
His upgraded one is kind of though.
Yeah.
Because when you go through the demo and you beat 3 levels, it gives you the ability to try out like the upgraded versions of the different powers. So if you do like the upgraded freeze one, it actually like freezes the boss, like it like encases them in ice. And if you like fully encase them, like the ice will shatter and it will do like extra damage. So I was like, oh, that's more useful than it was the first time.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool. And then like what is it? The sword. I think the sword one just gets bigger. That one like was not very like obvious to me. You got the bombs kind of do like some weird like link up thing when they upgraded. Like they stink up together.
They stink
the cutter stink up.
I think
they stink up. I heard stink up also.
Yeah,
they're stink bombs. Then they get all they smell like they got
start
the smell
shitting, farting, pooping.
Yeah, just spraying everywhere. And then the cutter one. I don't remember that. It's kind of more like boomerang-ish, I think.
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah. So it's kind of neat. Like I liked all the power stuff that was there. And you could just do some of the new like what is his little like eating thing called? I forgot.
Mouthful mode.
Mouthful mode, yes.
Mouthful mode.
Yeah, so you could try a couple of those. You could try the car. You could try the vending machine.
The vending machine was good.
The cone. Yeah, I liked all of them. Actually, I thought they all worked really well.
Yeah, there was other ones that they hadn't shown us originally that they were like, if you beat the demo that they show you more of, and he has like a rocket ship one that looks really funny.
There's like that. There's a glider.
Yep.
I remember they had some neat ones. Like it looked like it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's not just be like those 3 over and over and over again.
Yeah. And it's pretty like nice, I guess, that they're all just kind of there, like right away. I didn't realize until because I played through the demo twice, like once with your regular powers and once with the upgraded ones. I didn't realize until my second time through that you don't have to like dump your power to do mouthful mode.
Oh no.
Yeah, you just have to get like close to it, and then it's
Mhm.
just like, oh, you want to do mouthful mode? Okay, that's fine. Let's put your little Kirby hat on top of whatever you are now, like
Yep.
the car, like a little car
Little
with a hat.
Little
Yeah.
car hat.
Mm-hmm. But I thought it controlled really well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it felt pretty nice for a Kirby game, like pretty solid, like responsiveness. I don't think it's going to be a very hard game.
No, I played the heart. Was it like the wild?
Yeah, like
They were
Wild
calling
Mode
it?
or whatever it was called.
I was like, let's
And-
see how wild a Kirby game can get. Hit me with your best shot.
And it was like not even close to dying.
No.
No. So, I mean, nobody buys Kirby games for the challenge, anyways.
No.
There's fun. There's fun to fuck around in, and sometimes, and most of the time too, like the challenge doesn't really happen until like the end of the game or the like post game, anyways. And we haven't seen those areas yet, so we don't know what those are going to be like. So, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I don't know what else there was to talk about with it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something.
But how long is it, would you say?
The demo?
Yeah.
Oh, like 15, 30 minutes tops.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So it's
and
not
the
very
stage-
long. It's just something worth. Okay, I might give it
Yeah.
a go.
And the
Someone
stages
has
let
not
you go
tasted-
into like you get to pick which one you go into,
Yeah.
like as you complete them. So it's not like you have to play them all in order. Like you can go back and play them. Like, oh, I want to play the second level again. Okay, go for
Okay.
it. Yeah, and it gives you like a code to unlock stuff in the game afterwards,
Yes. Yeah.
or supposedly multiple codes. I believe. I only
Yeah, I think I
unlocked
took
one.
a picture because like it doesn't like I don't think it saves it to your save. I think you actually have to enter the code in.
Yeah, it's just a very generic code, like
Yeah.
demo code or something. Like you could guess that if
Kirby.
you wanted to.
Like, oh, okay, cool. I think I can remember Kirby.
We've got that one.
Where is it?
Uh,
Can't find it. Oh no, I've already lost it.
but I mean, it ran really well. Like I didn't notice like any stuttering or anything. Like it
Mhm.
seemed like it was a pretty solid frame rate. Like
Good.
it looked nice. It looked like a Kirby game.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby was in
Usually
it.
does. Kirby was in it.
Which
Yeah.
is good. It's a requirement.
And then I don't know. You're just like walk. It's literally Kirby, The Last of Us.
It's Kirby, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
Kirby.
It's Kirby, The Last of Us.
Mm.
It's like the world's over, and now you got to go find Ellie.
The world's over, and you're Kirby.
Literally.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't even know. And there's like just like a giant gorilla for some
There's
reason.
a Feral King DDD.
Yeah, that was
Interesting.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember everything that was in the video like afterwards. Like I mean, I watched it, but it was just kind of
It's
like,
like
oh,
tarnished DDD.
yeah, I do remember that. Like once you mentioned it, yeah, because he's like, I don't even know, he's got like some sort of
He's all like
Paint
disheveled and has like face paint and stuff and like his like his clothes and shit are like all ripped up, like he's been like kind of like I don't know, in like the forest
Living
for a
on the
while.
wild side.
Yeah.
yeah. Which I mean, it's Kirby plot, so I mean, I don't know, but
Yeah. Well, Kirby plot goes from kill this tree to kill God. So
yeah,
that sounds about right.
Mhm.
Wait, are you sure Kirby isn't every Atlas main character ever?
I mean, it's the same formula.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I don't know. That's all I got about Kirby. Like it looks, I'm excited for it. Like it looks like it'll be fun. The demo is not like, oh my god, blow my mind, but like it's Kirby.
It's about what I expected, and it was fun. Yeah. I mean, I was already pretty much decided I was going to get that game regardless of the demo.
Oh yeah, same. I was going to get it no matter.
So,
like this demo did not sway me one way or another.
No.
The only thing that it really proved to me, like, is that it plays really like 2D Kirby does in 3D.
Yes.
Like it's very smooth. Like, cause I don't know. Like I know Crystal Shards was kind of like a pseudo like 2D 3D thing.
Yeah.
But like that was like a slow kind of sloppy Kirby game. I know people love it. I just
people.
huh?
I'm people. I thought it was fun.
I mean, it's a Kirby game. I didn't find it to be as fast as the other ones. Like it was a bit slower, like in terms of like how you're like your movement and like how you get around. Like this one is just kind of like very seamless and like fast, and it keeps the same pace as the other Kirby games. even though you don't have the other, like, you're not flat anymore. Was all I was trying to say. Like, Crystal Shards, like I said, there's something about it that was just kind of like his like run speed and like movement speed was just slower. So it was just kind of like it just kind of felt like it was a bit more hassle to do stuff. But this one, like I said, it's very seamless. It's very nice. There's lots to explore. He's got little missions in like the different levels too. Like there's hidden Waddle
He's got quests.
Yeah, like the other one was like, what was it, Bloom 5?
Yeah, Bloom 5.
I can't wait for Kirby to be in Elden Ring.
But no, like you said, it was fun. It was about what I expected. I'll be getting the game regardless, but if you can't wait until, March 25th it comes out?
Yeah.
You try it out.
So when another game comes out, one I actually am probably going to pre-order.
Which is
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah.
That comes out March 25th. Pretty excited about that one. Yeah. I haven't pre-ordered it yet because I'm kind of expecting it to get pushed back. So I'm waiting to see what happens. So there's that.
I can see it.
I hope it doesn't. Because like they've shown us gameplay now, and it's like, oh, okay, neat.
It shouldn't.
I mean, it really hasn't started its whole like marketing blitz though, which either is.
They did have a state of play of it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
it was like a 15-minute state of play only for that game.
Oh, so probably it's coming out. Just nobody seems to be buzzing about it. Then
it's weird because it actually looks very interesting. It's probably because it looks very interesting and isn't the 700th sequel to something.
Well, I was going to say too. And we're obviously going to talk about this later on.
It's also the problem that Elden Ring exists. So,
but there is a state of play tomorrow, and that will most likely be a game talked about. So,
oh,
there we go. There we go, don't we?
There's your press junket, I guess.
Yeah. But anyways, that's all I got about Kirby.
What about you, Nick? You got anything else to talk about?
I played 2 other games besides Kirby.
Oh, you finally got Arceus. All right, we haven't talked to you about it at all.
No, you haven't. Fucking love it. Arceus is great.
What?
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. Just roaming around the plains, doing side missions, and rolling up on random Pokemon, and then throwing a ball at them.
Just drive-bying them.
Not even a drive-by. I am literally crouching down in the grassy knoll and sniping these Pokemon.
Right? I told you that's what I did too when I was playing. That's the only thing I did for that game.
Yeah, no, and it's super fun just to do that because like I'll just sneak up on one. I'm like, I got you, you son of a bitch. But then what's funny too to me is you'll get other situations like with other Pokemon with like Bidoof. You can just walk right up to the Bidoof's front door and be like, I'm gonna catch you, and then with a Pokeball, and he's like, gotcha, Chief. I'm on your team now. And I'm like, thank you, Bidoof.
I caught like 20 of them. I caught as many as possible. I perfected Bidoof.
Bidoof was the first one I caught 25 of because it was just so easy. Because they'd be like looking right at you, like, I'm in danger, and then you just capture them, and that's it. But no, it's been a lot of fun. Like I said, I haven't really done a lot of the main story. Like I think I've done. I just got to what the fuck was it called?
I don't know.
It's like you know where the Alpha Buy Barrel is, or like when you first start the game.
No. Oh yeah, that like dam area. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like I just did that thing where you go to like the shrine or whatever it is, and I gotta go get the things to call down the guy. Yeah.
How early are you in this game?
Yeah.
How long ago did you buy it, Nick?
I bought it the day I said I was gonna buy it, but I've legitimately just been like I've been walking around just capturing Pokemon. Like I haven't done the story mission at all.
That's fair.
Well, you got 90 normal little quest missions to do. So,
yeah, I'm on like 5 because
now there's 107.
Oh yeah, that's right. They added more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it was funny too because I went to GameStop and I got the Hisuian Growlithe.
Okay.
And like I accidentally rolled up on the Ponyta, the Alpha Ponyta, whatever the fuck it's called, and I realized it was level 40.
Oh.
And I was a 1-star, so the Growlithe wouldn't listen to me because he was level 23. So he just got like wrecked. I did kill the Ponyta, but like it took just about my entire team of like level 15 plus Pokemon. And I was like, well, let's see what happens, boys. And like luckily my Shinx like paralyzed it. But I was like not in a good
You're
place.
fighting for your life out there, man.
Oh yeah, no, it was brutal. So yeah, no, I've been just, like I said, I'm having a lot of fun just doing a lot of the random stuff on the side. And
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I said to Brandon last week when we were talking about the Pokemon Presents, I was like, honestly, if there's anything that they carry over from Arceus into Scarlet and Violet, like I'm like, I really hope it's the catching mechanic.
the whole
that's-
battle mechanic, honestly, I hope that's what comes over. The
I
battling and the
hope it
catching.
does, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like, if there's one thing though, it was the catching. If I could only have one thing, like I
Oh,
love
yeah.
just being able to like walk around the overworld and toss a Pokeball and just be like, good day. Because a lot of times too, like when I'm going through and getting Pokemon anyways, like especially once I get Ultra Balls, as soon as I get in the battle, I just fucking throw an Ultra Ball anyways.
Yeah.
Like I don't take my time whittling them down unless it's a legendary. Like I don't care. Just get in the ball. And some of the legendaries, I'll even throw balls at them anyways too. And see, like when I was playing Brilliant Diamond, I caught Dialga in like the first Pokeball I threw. I didn't even like attack him. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that's
But, like,
done.
That's what I'm saying though too, is like in some situations I understand where you're like, oh well, you gotta weaken it first. Like, yeah, for bigger ones, I get that. Let's do that. Let's keep doing that. But for like just regular old ones, like why can't I just roll up and bonk them with a ball?
Yeah.
It saves
Like-
so much time.
Like in any of the games, Bidoof would just fucking crawl on that ball. No matter what.
Yeah,
It's just way more
yeah.
fun to just skip all that middle bullshit. So
You're right. So yeah, it's really good. And I've been having a lot of fun with it, and it's fun. It's good. But you did mention the Pokemon Presents that I did not comment on last
Yeah.
time.
I was gonna press you for feedback on it eventually during this
Yes.
episode. But if
Oh.
you want to stay it now, you might as well.
I could just state it now.
Yeah, sedate it now.
I would die for Fuecoco.
Okay.
I would definitely take a bullet for that small little idiot. He's just a little
Fuecoco?
guy. Yep, he's just a little guy.
I think that was Brandon's favorite too.
I thought was it Sprigatito?
Sprigatito.
Yeah. I thought that was gonna be Brandon's favorite because I'm like, all right, he's got the fire cat, now he's got the weed cat. You're gonna need like a new picture commissioned where it's the fire cat lighting the blunt for the weed cat.
Yeah, I gotta find the fucking Sprigatito. Da,
Oh
da,
my
da, 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 da. Someone made that. I saw it the other
Now
day.
you just need like a water type cat, and then you're good. But no, like Scarlet and Violet, I'm like, all right, cool. I need to see more before I even make a judgment on that because there's a lot of people who are like really being harsh on it right now, and I find it annoying because it's the same people who were super harsh about Arceus, and then like the week it came out, they're like, oh wait, no, this game is actually good.
Yep, I found it. I think.
So,
No. Is this it?
yeah, I think I saw what you're talking about.
Yes.
Listening
we
to
really don't know
Despacito
anything
in
about Scarlet and
2022
Violet,
should be
yeah.
a crime. But yeah, no, everybody's like passing so much.
No, it's perfect.
No, I've seen this one. But you know, people who are passing this like judgment on it already without even like getting to it yet is like really getting annoying because, like I said, it's the same people who complained about Arceus, and then like Arceus came out, they're like, oh wait a minute, I was wrong. I'm like, yeah, you didn't fucking wait.
Yeah.
What else was announced with that besides Violet and Scarlet? What was it
The
like?
other nothing major. The only other big thing was like the new Arceus stuff. Where they're like, hey, here's the free DLC for it.
yeah.
Because it was just a recap of the stuff that they did otherwise during the week. They're like, oh, Hoopa's coming to Unite. And
Hoopa.
there's a Crown Bulbasaur coming to the cafe. And,
It's a Hoopa.
I think they talked about the Alola Pokemon coming to Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And that was really like the big if they cut down half of it and the only thing in that video was the Scarlet and Violet, like that's literally like the biggest thing that came out of it. So which was exciting. Like it was I thought it was like a fun like kind of like unveiling.
Yeah.
So
And then, like I in general, I did like the Pokemon Presents. Like I said, I'm, as with any game that gets shown off from any company nowadays, cautiously optimistic because a lot of it's marketing, and actual gameplay is obviously always different.
Yeah.
So you gotta wait for that. But I'm excited for new Pokemon. Sure, let's get it.
We need your hot take on one more thing too.
Oh yeah,
Nintendo Direct. We haven't seen you since then either.
really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What was announced at that Direct?
A lot. That was a great Direct. You got the Mario Kart tracks coming out. Which
Yeah, I remember.
Hate. Yeah,
I remember. I said, what did I say in the chat? Because you got really confused at what I
he
said.
said something about what was it?
I was like, I think I said like whoever made this Direct need their Nintendo 8.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Let me see here. I'm gonna scroll up because I just want to make sure I'm paraphrasing myself correctly.
No, I'm pretty sure it's verbatim. I think.
That's pretty verbatim of what you said.
Oh yeah, I said I was driving listening to the YouTube presentation, but I said whoever made this Direct needs their Nintendo 8, and you were like, what? And you're like, your tweet, and I was like, oh, it's a combination from Nintendo and pussy. All right, let me look up. Hold on.
And as it's inventive.
I don't think you guys understand that that's like a thing that people do on the internet now. They just add "ussy" to something, and they're like, "Yep."
Oh, see, that's what I was missing.
Yeah. All right. Everything announced at the Nintendo Direct. Fuck this website with accept all cookies. I'm not gonna press the button.
I know.
I'm just gonna.
I hate it when they do that.
All right.
Please
So
press the button and give us ad review money.
I'm like, bitch, I got ad block.
Let us sell your information to people.
So, oh yeah, this is one that Kirby was announced at.
Yeah.
No,
Mouthful
Kirby
mode.
was announced before this.
The mouthful
Oh, yeah.
mode. Yeah.
Oh yes,
So,
the mouthful mode.
The things. First off, this was the best Nintendo Direct we've had in a hot minute.
Oh yeah.
I don't care about Fire Emblem. I'm just gonna go down like a list like rapid fire. If that's okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just rapid fire.
Fire Emblem Warriors, don't care about.
Mhm.
Well,
Advance Wars 1 and 2 looks cool. No Man's Sky, wouldn't get it on the Switch.
yeah, I don't even know how it's gonna work, honestly.
Mario Strikers Battle League Football, it's about fucking time. I can't wait for this shit.
Yep.
Salmon Run, whatever. Front Mission, whatever. Speedstorm, whatever.
Whoa. Did you say whatever front mission?
I've never played a Front Mission, so I have no attachment to it.
Oh, no. That's a
SD
shame.
Gundam looks fucking cool. Fucking a little game called Chrono Cross was announced. Whatever that's all about. I don't know.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Something crazy.
Never heard of it.
I'm excited for the Chrono Cross remaster a lot.
Mhm.
But what I'm more excited for that is the fact that it comes with the Radical Dreamers Satellaview game,
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
which is crazy. And I'm excited to play that more than I am Chrono Cross. So, cool for that. Klonoa, I will be buying.
Looks
I've always
awesome.
wanted to play Klonoa, and
It's a great game.
Yep. Portal Companion Cube, sure. Or Companion Collection, it's Portal 1 and 2 for the Switch.
Pretty sick.
I love Portal, so sure. Live Alive looks fucking great.
It looks so good.
And I need who's doing that. Hold on.
Probably Square Enix, if I had to
It's
guess.
Square Enix, but what it is they have a studio that's basically dedicated to making these.
Just this game? Oh, no, never mind.
No. So the studio that they have involved with this game
Mhm.
is like they are specializing in these pixel style remasters where it's not like
Good.
the Final Fantasy pixel remasters where they're actually taking like I think the engine that like Octopath and everything is made in and they're using that for these games. Because that's why Live Alive for the Switch is like a full $60 price tag because they legitimately
Looks
remade the
so
game.
good, though.
Yeah, they remade the game in that newer engine. This is wild. If you read the platforms for Live Alive, it's Super NES, Wii U, Switch, Apple II. But yeah, no, it looks really fucking good, and I really hope they like.
Wait, how is it on the Wii U?
I don't know. I guess in Japan, maybe.
Yeah, it makes
it's
sense.
probably
Japan,
on the virtual
like,
console
yeah.
in Japan.
But no, like legit, Live Alive looks cool, but the application of this engine to games like this for remakes, keep doing that. That's what we need.
Yeah,
for these older games.
agreed.
So yeah, that looks really nice. Nintendo Switch Sports, fucking great. I get to get my shit pushed in my mat again.
Yep.
Um,
Online now.
The the Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival I already have on the Xbox, so I could care less.
Is that the same one? Because I thought this was a different game.
I think it's the same.
I'm pretty sure this is new.
I can look again. Triangle Strategy, don't care. Free update to Metroid Bread was pretty cool.
Metroid Bread.
Metroid Bread. The Earthbound edition was really cool. I can finally play that game. They won't let Mario Kart die, but whatever. And then Xenoblade. Don't care. I know, Mike, you're probably fucking psyched about that.
Oh, yeah.
Mario Kart thing was sick, though. Like, I'm so happy about that.
It is sick, but what concerns me about Mario Kart, the pass, is that a lot of the levels that they showed off looks like they're ripped from the mobile game, and they didn't look super detailed, like how Mario Kart 8 courses look. They looked very slapped together, low effort. So obviously I'm going to get the courses regardless because I have the pass. But I'm just going to be upset if they're just lifeless depictions of these courses that don't match the Mario Kart 8.
I mean, I don't that course that's from, was it the Wii one? The one from
Coconut Mall?
Yeah, that one.
Coconut Mall looks abandoned.
Love Coconut Mall. I don't care.
Okay, that's very fair. But also, we gotta keep in mind this is the Switch. Everything on the Switch looks abandoned.
You're right, but Coconut Mall, that music, it's great.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, that's in very quick terms my reaction to that. So I did play one other game that I haven't had a chance to talk about with you gents yet, though.
All right, let's go.
And that's Cyberpunk post 1.5 update.
Okay, let's go.
And I know you've played this, Brandon.
I have.
And in the worst sense, this feels like a game that just released.
Yes.
Because there are still some bugs and glitches that I'm noticing. Like,
yes.
I was walking through the street and I saw somebody vertically float up into the air and then walk down invisible stairs. I saw like a lot of like lighting glitches that were weird.
Yeah.
There was at one point in the very...
Are you talking about the one where like the darkness slowly consumes everything? That kind of lighting glitch?
No, like it was like a beam of light.
I've noticed that on so many games on the PlayStation 5 lately. Like every game I played on PS5, it's like, all right, instead of having the day-night cycle, it's the day and oh god, it's becoming darkness cycle.
Yeah, no, like this was like a beam of light that was like clipping in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was one part, because I started a completely new save, because I was like, let me experience this from the beginning again. And there was one part where there was like a TV on the side of a building, like a screen. Mm-hmm. And the screen looked like it was damaged, but I was like, is it damaged or is the texture fucked up? I can't tell. And so like there's like all that kind of thing still happening. However, the game is I'm playing on the PS5. The game is very playable. Mm-hmm. It runs very well. I've had zero issues otherwise running the game. I had the one issue when trying to switch it to fidelity mode, where it felt like I was playing the game in drunk mode, so it was like unplayable for me.
Okay.
But playing it in performance mode, it runs pretty solid. A lot better than it used to run, basically, for me. There's no more clones in the street, and like children aren't just scaled down versions of adults anymore. Mm-hmm. So they don't look fucking creepy. So in terms of actual graphics and textures and everything else, they did a lot to overhaul it for the next gen to actually make it look presentable, I feel. Okay. And then, I don't know if you picked up on this playing through, because I don't know if you started from the beginning or not, Brandon.
I did.
It seems like they've added not a lot of new dialogue, mm-hmm. but they've added just enough flavor to the dialogue to flesh it out a bit more. So instead of it feeling like you're just a character moving on a dotted line, there's more personality to not only the characters you interact with, but the world around you. And there's things that are now happening that weren't happening before. Like, there's tidbits of conversations that I didn't get before.
I agree.
there's controls that I didn't have before. The actual like upgrading of your skill tree feels a lot better than it did before.
They redid the entire skill tree.
Yes.
They actually have. See, one of the big major issues with the skill tree was
it matters.
It didn't work.
Yeah, no, it actually works now.
Yeah. It legitimately did not work. Like, that was a thing that was pointed out by many people. You could spec into skills, and you just wasted your points because they do literally nothing.
And like one of the funny things that I noticed in terms of like them adding more like dialogue content to the game is in the beginning of the game, there's a point where you go into this large corporate building, and Hideo Kojima is sitting in that building in the bar.
It's true.
And originally, you would walk up to him, and he would just be a lifeless NPC, just kind of staring out into the distance. But now, when you walk up to him, he is actually talking about like different genres of movies and like what separates different genres from one another, and like getting into like the minutia of it all. And I'm like, that's actually really cool. And like, it's a very small detail. They didn't have to do that, but it breathes a little bit of life into the world.
Yep.
So I think they did a lot of little things that added up to a like one big thing. And the game itself feels very playable now. It feels like it should have felt at launch, which isn't a lot to say because like the current state the game is, I would say, is still not acceptable in the terms of this is what we should have got originally.
Yeah.
But I will.
This feels like a 1.0 now.
Yes, but I will take what I can get. And I've been enjoying it for what it's worth. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and they've actually made the game playable.
It's a game that I could point to someone and be like, "Yeah, it's fine. You can play it now. It's okay. There's no big deal." Yeah, it's like it's nothing to write home about, in my opinion. I don't think it's very good. I think it's okay, but like also, it's not very bad anymore.
No, I would never go out on a limb and sing the praises of this game as of right now. But if somebody was like, "Hey, I want to play like an open world game that has like that kind of a setting," or I just want to try a new open world game, I'll be like, "Give it a shot."
I mean, you could just play Elden Ring instead.
Well, I mean, that's not for everybody though.
I mean, I don't know, man. You look at those sales and tell me it ain't for everybody.
That's fair. I don't think like it's not for me. I'll never play a Souls-like game.
I'll believe it for everyone, Brandon, when it outsells Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
I'm not going to outsell Mario Kart 8. Nothing's going to outsell that.
Exactly.
My point is that it's a Souls game that sold 10 million units in the first day, and that's how many units was sold of Dark Souls, period, as an entire franchise before Elden Ring released.
How many of those games were returned, though?
Huh?
How many of those copies were returned?
Oh, that's a very good question, actually. I didn't even think about that.
But no, like, in general, it's where I want it to be right now, and I'm having fun with it, which is all I ever wanted from it. So I will take what I can get and just kind of move on with my life.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, put that on the box. I'll take what I can get and move on with my life.
Yeah. How was Cyberpunk? Yeah. Sure. Cyberpunk right now for me is like the excitable equivalent of like when you go out to get like Burger King and you're eating your fries and you're like, "Is that onion ring? Hell yeah." So
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently Dark Souls 3 sold 10 million copies.
In the first week.
I googled it. I'm literally looking at it right now. This article's from GameSpot.
Ugh.
I know, but like their numbers probably.
Can you go somewhere reliable like Kotaku, please? I mean, like, I told my buddy, because he bought, like, 2 copies of the game, that if he was willing to let me borrow it, I would give it a go. But, like, as far as me buying it, I don't know. I would never buy it.
Yeah, I got burned on Bloodborne.
Yeah, I would never buy it. But, like, I've accepted, too, that game is just not for me. That style of game is not for me, and it's fine. That is, I think that's a thing that a lot more people should come to realize with things.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Dark Souls 3 in May 19th, 2020. Over 4 years after its initial release, Dark Souls 3 has now sold over 10 million copies. Yeah. How many sales was that it was on? How many times did people pay $5 for it? This is 10 million copies at $60 the first
I was just
day.
commenting on the fact that you said that already sold more than all the Dark Souls games combined.
It's not
That's
70, Nick. I know. I bought it on PS5.
I did want to bring up something interesting about that, and I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but it was like there were some developers on Twitter who were salty about the success of Elden Ring.
Did you know who those developers were?
I know one specifically was from Gorilla.
They were from the Horizon Zero Dawn team, as well as Ubisoft.
Yeah. Well, first off, Gorilla's stupid, because they've done this to themselves now twice. They've released their open world game around the major release of another open world game.
Yes.
And I'm like, delay it.
Also, it's not even that. It's the fact that they are, like, the Gorilla thing, the one comment he had to say was the most bullshit comment that he could have said. Like, I think the Ubisoft people were like, I guess no one cares about how clean a UI looks or how good a UI looks. And I'm sitting here like, bro, have you seen your fucking games? There's like 37 fucking markers. Like, that's what they want the standard for games to be. Literally holding your hand, pointing you in the exact correct direction. But then the Gorilla people were the ones that got me the most. They wrote, or the content of quest designs. And I was just like, bro, have you played your own fucking games? I played Horizon Zero Dawn. Your quests are shit. Your quests are shit. I heard that a man went missing. Let's go find the man. The man went missing. He got attacked by some bandits. He went missing. That's why he went missing. That's the equivalent of your quest, you dumb fuck. However, Dark Souls is like, hello. Not Dark Souls, but Elden Ring is like, you talk to this woman, and she tells you something, and it's like, oh wow, that was weird, and then like later on you find out, oh shit, I started a quest, I didn't even realize that, and like that's what makes Elden Ring's quests so cool. You don't realize you're in them until you realize you're in them.
Elden Ring, you walk up to like a random like old lady, she's like, storm's coming, I feel it in my pussy, and you're like, that was really weird, and you walk up and you're like, oh, I just finished a quest, what the fuck? But no, I just thought it was really funny because it's like, one, how salty do you gotta be? And two, especially for the Ubisoft guy, how outrageous that you're like, man, they don't care about a clean UI. I'm like,
there's no UI in Elden Ring. It is the cleanest of clean UI.
Yes.
You can literally turn off the UI. And I loved the image that I saw. It was like, someone was like, this is what Elden Ring would be like if it was made by Ubisoft.
Oh it had
the fucking Minecraft blocks down at the bottom of the screen, and it had like 37 arrows pointing exactly where to go, and there were like signs that were plastered in the ground that said, move this way, press X to start tutorial.
It's hilarious.
It was so good.
It's so funny. So otherwise, though, that's all I've really been playing.
But, it's really funny that you brought up that comment, because Young Yi just did a fucking video a few days ago on how salty Ubisoft and Guerrilla devs were about Elden Ring being successful.
Oh my God.
And I literally have that video up right now on my monitor. Like, I was gonna watch it, and then you brought this up. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I could talk about my stuff then, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's talk with Shadow Warrior 3 first. I like the Shadow Warrior series. It's a pretty good series. It's done some different things, but they're always interesting, in my opinion. Shadow Warrior 1 was a remake of the original. It played in a way that was like kind of like a Doom game, but not like Doom 2016. Like, you had a lot of secrets and a lot of explorable places. You had a melee combat as well as guns, and it was interesting. It's similar to something like Duke Nukem, where you have like an offensive protagonist that's offensive just to be offensive, because that's the kind of protagonist he is. His name is Lo Wang. That is his actual name in the game. And yes, that is done 100% on purpose. So, it's kind of like the Conker's Bad Fur Day, the Duke Nukem, if like those games continued being good. And so for the second game, they decided to do a little like side thing where it was co-op and it was a looter shooter similar to Borderlands, and it was all right. It was decent. It was okay. And the third game that I have just played and finished in one sitting, it took me less than 6 hours to beat it, and I finished it in one night, and it wasn't because I was rushing. In fact, I think the average time is like 4 hours to beat the whole game. Wasn't really that good. It was like Doom Eternal if it had no substance and also realized it was being offensive, so immediately after they made the offensive joke, they apologized to everyone on Twitter in the same voice line. It was really bad. Like really bad. Like, I was very... it was the kind of thing where... I have one specific thing that comes to mind that was, like, written down, and it just felt really forced and really stupid. Essentially, when I say, like, offensive humor, I just mean, like, a little jokes here and there. It's nothing, like, outright saying, you know, anything bad in particular. But this thing was, essentially, there was this new enemy that was introduced, and it was, like, a yokai, because this one took place in Japan, and the yokai was, like, an accordion, and, like, it could wrap its body around the corner, and, like, it did, like, the accordion wrap, and you could hear the accordion thing, and then you could see its head peeking out around the corner. Kind of like the Tom and Jerry meme, but a creepy demon yokai. And one of the lines I remember that specifically stood out because of how fucking weird it was, and this is kind of the tone of the whole game, was he said, "Jesus Christ, oh my god, I'm going to need therapy after that." And then he stops and pauses and literally says, "Because mental health is health too. And it's okay to ask for help if you need it. Don't feel bad about it." And I was just like, was that like a fucking trigger warning for making a joke about needing therapy? What the fuck? That was so weird. And then the game kind of followed that throughout the rest of the game, where, like, they would just say something that was, like, if it was even mildly offensive, they would immediately go back on it and, like, apologize in the same breath. So it felt very just not genuine. And it also felt like it very much so was, like, breaking the fourth wall to apologize to people. And it was really stupid. And then the actual gameplay that was in it basically consisted of very bad platforming that then led to things like an arena where you fight a whole bunch of enemies inside the arena for like 10, 15 minutes, and then you move on with more bad platforming, more bad dialogue, and then back to another arena for like 10 to 15 minutes. And it was really bad. I didn't pay for this game, and I'm very happy that I didn't pay for this game. Now that probably sounds weird, but I'm gonna tell you the only reason I'm talking about this game is because I played it through PlayStation Now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. It did just come out on PlayStation Now.
It did. It came out on PlayStation Now, and it was a downloadable title. So I was able to experience it by using a 7-month free trial of PlayStation Now and playing it for 5 hours and then just being done with it, because that was the end of it. Mm. But I looked it through PlayStation Now stuff, and I was surprised at just the large amount of stuff that was on there that was now downloadable. It made it seem closer to something like an Xbox Game Pass. Mm-hmm. And I really do hope that maybe tomorrow we get an announcement of doing something more like that in the future, similar to Game Pass with PlayStation Now, because their setup is already perfect. I literally just went into PlayStation Now when I had the account, when I had the trial. The game showed up at midnight. I clicked download. It downloaded. An hour later, it was installed. Hours probably too harsh. It was probably like 20 minutes. But I put my system into sleep mode and was playing other things at the time, so it didn't matter. And then I booted the game up, and I played it. There was no, like, confirmations or anything. It just worked. It worked very well, and it had the back end seem to already be set up correctly. So I was like, okay, that's neat. So I kind of hope that this is something they've already been setting up in the background, and they're going to announce something similar to Xbox Game Pass.
Supposedly,
maybe even tomorrow.
Had their like Now accounts merged. Yep. So we'll see. It seems like it's very likely.
Kind of hoping, because that would be very nice, honestly. Moving on from that, Mike, I talked with you last week, and I said one of the main complaints I have about Elden Ring is I can't give them more money.
You found a way.
You could just buy more copies of the game.
I did.
Oh,
I was going the No Man's Sky route.
No, I bought it on PC because I wanted to play Elden Ring on the laptop,
Sky
and
route.
that's where this is going. This is going into talking about the laptop performance and stuff that I showed you guys and talked
Then you're going to
about.
buy the Cloud Switch version. And then...
I'm not buying the Switch version of No Man's Sky. That's just dumb. But no, so I bought this on PC so I could play it on my laptop in bed and chill and that sort of thing. I'd seen a lot of stuff about people saying that the PC version doesn't run very well and this, that, and the other of Elden Ring. And even on this laptop with the 3050, not a TI or anything like that, I'm getting like on high settings between 48 and like 55. It'll go up to 60 sometimes, but not very often. So it does definitely have some issues, but I have like no screen tearing, no issues, no lag, none of that stuff. So it's still a very enjoyable experience on PC, and I've actually been having a lot of fun. I started the game up last night after I set up the laptop, and I got where I was, and it took me like originally when I played it on PS5, it took me like 6 or 7 hours to get to the place where I'm at in less than 2 now on PC. And I noticed some things. It actually feels a bit more responsive with the controls on the laptop, which is really weird. It makes me want to go back and play more of the PS5 version very soon, which I will. Because I actually do feel like, even with a lower frame rate, it is more responsive on the PC version than it is on the PlayStation 5 version, which is running at like a solid 60, more or less. I know it dips down to like the 50s, but it wasn't getting into the 40s, which the PC version absolutely was. I even saw it with a little ticker, and I didn't have any issue playing it whatsoever. So, I don't know. I'm going to look more into that. But I did do a few other things on the laptop. I set it up for some... now I'm thinking, like, maybe I shouldn't say. I set up for emulation, alright? Simple as that. I set up for emulation. Yeah, I know. It's super bad things. Can't do that. Basically, all the super expensive or unreleased PlayStation 2 games that I wanted to play, I set up. And... to my surprise, which I'm going to just make this a very quick thing, to my surprise, it literally, upon just booting up the emulator and loading everything up that I needed, which took like less than 5 minutes to get everything set up, it automatically read my Xbox Series S controller.
Oh, nice.
Like, it was very well done. It read every single button input and had it mapped automatically without me needing to do anything. So I was very surprised about that, and I am very surprised at how far that has come. So now I'm able to rock some PlayStation 2 titles in 4K on a laptop at 60 FPS if they go that long, or whatever the original FPS of the game was, because that's the way I have it set up. So I think that's really nice. It's running at full speed, so that's super cool. So these little things, if you want them for something like emulation, like just chilling out, playing some games, these laptops are very nice for that. I got some other things I'm going to try, like PlayStation 3 in the future, but I'm not there yet. But PlayStation 2 works really, really well, so I did that, and then I also played a few other games. There's a new bundle that released on Humble Bundle. It's actually probably one of the best bundles they've had in a very, very long time, and I highly recommend it. It is called the... That is not what it's called, but it is called the Boomer Shooters Bundle. It has some of the best first-person shooters that have been released recently. So you got things like Dusk, you've got a Medieval, you got Ion Fury, you got Dread Templar, Herat, Head-On, Project Warlock, and Hellbound. Every single one of those games are in this bundle for $12. And those are really, really good games. Like, I would say one of those games alone is worth that price. So, all of those games together, because I've played a Medieval. Medieval's fantastic. I've played Dust. It's also a great fucking game. I played Ion Fury. All of these games are great. Highly, highly, highly recommend them. I think there's like... 16 days left. So you got 16 days to drop $12 on this bundle that is just quite literally fantastic. And the games aren't that big, so you're not going to be taking up that much space, and you really don't need that good of a computer to run them. So there's that. Yeah, I played Ion Fury with a controller because it automatically, again, read my wireless Series S controller, and I was very confused because I didn't even know this game had controller support. And then when I played it with controller support, I was like, all right, cool, I'm just going to play like one stage, and then I beat like 2 chapters, and I was like, oh, fuck, okay, all right then. Yeah, I'm going to put this down and go back to Elden Ring, which I did. But still chipping away at Elden Ring. I now have another game. Like I said, I have it on PC, so I'm playing another save on PC now. I have the one on PS5, and I have the one on PC. Just in general, it's been a lot of fun. And this laptop's pretty good. It gets very hot sometimes, but I haven't noticed throttling yet, so I don't think it throttles. But I mean, like, I think this laptop would be even good for things like playing esports titles, because it is 120 hertz screen, and it's very smooth. So yeah, there you go. But if you ever have any kind of problem whatsoever, you're gonna have to go through hell to get it fixed. So, so there you go. Highly recommend the Humble Bundle. Highly recommend playing Elden Ring. Highly recommend not playing Shadow Warrior 3. Yeah, there you go. I'm done. That's it.
Okay.
Right.
No more speaking for me.
Well, we got news.
Oh, shit. News!
Yeah, see?
What
Well,
news do we have?
he's singing. He's not speaking.
Oh, he's just going to sing the rest of the time.
The State of Play will be on March 9th, and I don't know.
Yes, Sony announced the State of Play today, Tuesday, so we're going to get that tomorrow.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday! What? So they said that it's mostly going to be consisting of their Japanese development studios, with some other worldwide studios also making an appearance. No PSVR 2 information or titles will be shown off, and it's roughly around 20 minutes.
Okay.
So I expect we'll hear Ghostwire, because that's coming up this month.
Mm-hmm.
Very slim chance of God of War being shown.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Maybe they might announce what you were talking about, which was like Project whatever the fuck it was called. The combination of PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus. That's rumored to be maybe talked about tomorrow as well. So that's neat if you're into that, but it's only 20 minutes, so it's not going to be... I don't know. Sometimes 20 minutes feels long, sometimes 20 minutes doesn't feel long. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Like sometimes
it depends on how well they
pace it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If they have something where they're like, all right, now we're going to show you some footage from Horizon Forbidden West, the game that just recently released. Look at all the accolades it got. Look at them. Buy our game. If they do something like that, then 20 minutes will feel very, very long.
I know Sony definitely has not kind of figured out like the means to make this work right yet.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this will be the time.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So look forward to that. Actually, by the time this episode comes out, it would already happen. So I hope you liked it.
Yeah. Hope everything you wanted.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I actually did forget to talk about one PlayStation thing, but I'll touch on that after the newsy bits. I got a thing in for my personal PS5.
Oh.
I thought we were going to talk about the fact that they were like, hello, today we've decided to announce the pricing of GTA 5 on consoles, and I'm just like, excuse me? Yeah.
I thought it was free for PlayStation.
Nope!
I thought they said it was free.
Nope!
Damn.
That's how they get you.
Da-da-da.
So, GTA Online cost $19.99.
Yeah.
And GTA... Hold on a second. GTA 5 plus GTA Online is $39.99. So yes, you can buy GTA Online separately.
Don't buy Grand Theft Auto in 2022, the year of our life.
You really shouldn't. Yeah, the pre-order is listed on the PlayStation 5 for $9.99, 75% off the standard price. That discount will be available until June 14th. So no, you're not getting it for free.
So is that 4 and online?
Yeah, because I thought they
Five
said
and
that when
online.
it launches,
Oh,
it's
5
going to
and
be
online.
free for PS Plus subscribers.
Yeah, you know, Rockstar hasn't been very upfront
Gotcha.
about anything lately. They're kind of full of shit, and they kind of are an awful company lately. If you recall the Grand Theft Auto remasters, for instance.
I recall that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. The other thing that I have in news is randomly Glover was listed on Steam for sale, coming out on the 20th of April.
Really?
Yep, the game Glover. Do not buy it, actually.
Why?
Do not buy it. So the company behind the re-release is called Pico.
Okay.
And Pico Interactive, for the most part, is a company that is full shoulder into NFTs and stuff like that. But that's not what pisses me off about them.
Oh, okay.
What pisses me off about them, and what should piss you off as well, specifically you, Brandon, because I know you're a big proponent of this.
Mm-hmm.
They shit all over games preservation.
Oh.
So what Pico does is they buy old intellectual property and remake it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go actually on their Twitter, you can see on their header that they own the IPs of Nightshade, 40 Winks.
Yeah, I see that.
Super Noah's Ark 3D. A lot of shit that nobody really cares about too.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, and this is one of the cases with Glover as well, what they do is, since they own the source code, they just completely remake the game and cut out all of the things that were shitty. Not shit. I don't want to say shitty about it. But they stole emulator code to run these games, first and foremost. And then when they buy the older games, they edit the source code to completely change it. So that it's not the same product anymore. So their whole thing is let's say there was something in Glover, for instance, that original release was I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example that makes sense. But they take things from the original game and they're well, we don't like how they did that, so we're gonna do it like this instead. And they just completely flip the source code on its head and do things that just completely negate games preservation. So they're just not a good company.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah. So, but they also when they buy the old IP, they try to. I mean, obviously it's the internet; you can't completely erase shit, but they just completely remove, whatever traces of it from the internet. So, if you want, you can go on their Twitter and look more into what people are saying. But yeah, they basically just imagine somebody buying the Mona Lisa and they're I want her hair to be blonde, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if I would call Glover the Mona Lisa.
It is,
but
it's
okay.
the Mona Lisa of N64 games. I don't know if you know.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, well, I'm glad you fixed that problem for me.
It's not the Mona Lisa, but you know even better. Remember that Jesus portrait that somebody tried to redo?
Yes.
It's
Red.
that. It's that. That's exactly what it is. And I'm also not saying that Glover is Jesus,
You sure?
but it's could be,
Okay.
but it's the same context. But
All right, sure.
yeah, but yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention is I finally got my PlayStation 5 plates from D. Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
I got them in the original PlayStation gray color. They look very nice. It adds extra ventilation in through the top of the system and the bottom of the system.
Okay.
So more hot air goes out. It also gets rid of the popped collars.
Oh, well, look at
So
that.
the system looks a little bit more rounded, professional, I guess you could say.
I like the pop collars.
Not douchey. It doesn't look like Seto Kaiba is currently sitting on my TV center. So that's sweet.
Kaiba is one of the best characters in a children's animated show in forever. Who else would literally tell someone, if you beat me in a children's card game, I'm going to kill myself?
I mean, the man, nothing stops him.
You remember that episode, right?
I do, yeah, I watched that show
he climbed up on the fucking castle and he was like, if you defeat me, Yugi, then the blast from your explosion will knock me off and send me barreling to my death. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man.
You're like, alright, bud, play ball. And fucking do it. And then Pegasus was just like, what if I just, like, sent you to the void? But yeah, no, so it looks very nice. It was funny, too, because they were trolling PlayStation on Twitter, because, what's it? Fucking... their PlayStation released their official ones, and like the black isn't actually black. It's like a very like muted gray, and they're like, you couldn't even make correct. You sued us, and you couldn't even do this right. So they were like making fun of them. So no, it looks very nice, and I like it a lot. So would recommend.
That's good. I don't know what I'm looking at on like Google, but it looks really nice.
That's everything that I have.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. Brandon, you got anything?
No.
All right. You guys ready to wrap up then?
Yes.
Dude, did you know?
Oh, you're like, Brady, you got anything? No.
The void in the Shadow Realm. The Shadow Realm thing is what got me, Nick. So I was like, I forgot what they called that. Dude, the Shadow Realm in Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh's name was so good. It was just called the World of Darkness. That's so metal.
It is pretty fucking metal. Very good.
Anyway, I'm done. I got nothing else except the Shadow, the World of Darkness.
Mike's gonna go to wrap up. You're like, anyway, I think this.
There was a ghost Kaiba?
Oh my god.
I did on purpose this time, but...
Like, I think burgers should be served inside out. And you're like, what? That's a whole new topic.
You know, Wendy's is really onto something with their square patties.
I think McDonald's should make their burger patties triangles. But why? I don't know.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to us tonight. Don't forget you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google, Amazon, iTunes, wherever you get your podcast. And don't forget, you can reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, or you can send us an email at gamecrunchcast@gmail.com. Brandon. Any final thoughts? Revoked. No, I'm just kidding. What's your final thoughts?
I have a stream. The stream is on Saturday. This week's stream will be playing through the original Borderlands. Should be fun. Also, yeah. Well, I was given the choice of playing Borderlands 3 or the first game, and I said, Borderlands 3 is the second worst Borderlands game in the entire series. I'll play the first one instead. And they were like, second worst? And I was like, yeah, because pre-sequel exists.
Yep.
And then they were like, all right, what's your definitive ranking for Borderlands games? And I was like...
2, 1, 3 pre-sequel.
No. 2, Tales of. 2 VR. 1, 3, pre-sequel.
Very good.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Nick?
The Sly Cooper website was updated on the March 4th by Sucker Punch.
Dun, dun, dun.
I wonder if we're going to get a Sly Cooper tomorrow.
There's a rumor that one's supposed to be announced this year.
Just DB Cooper is very sly. Finally comes out of hiding.
Domain name, Sly Cooper, registered on 3/4/2022. So, I mean, and there's also a phone number. I should just call and be like, hey, yo, where's the raccoon? Yeah.
I'm looking for my friend.
Get really drunk and call them up and do that. Be like, hey, yo, where's the raccoon?
Bring me the raccoon.
With that said, my name is Mike Anastasia. You can find me online. I'm Clash of Penguin on Twitter or your favorite gaming console. Until next week, game on.
Game on.
Oh.
fuck? Did you? Oh, I almost went off on a tangent again.
Oh, really? And that's weird.
No, okay, no. I was watching a stream today, and they had a music lyrics quiz, and they did the Spice Girls "Wannabe," that song.
Yeah.
And it made me look up the lyrics, and I was like, "That's the lyrics." I did not know that when they were like, like, you know that part of the song, like that. Did you know they're saying "slam your body down and wind it all around"? Slam my body down and wind it all around. I did not.
That song's like 30 years old.
I did not remember that lyric.
When you find out
No,
that
I get it. I know. There's so many songs like that, but I did not know that
Michael
part
Jackson
was saying that.
Michael Jackson never sang "Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Makusa."
No. It's just I didn't realize that's what they were saying because they have such heavy accents, and it's just like, okay, I thought it was something like something about the parties all around, not slam your body down and wind it all around, and I was just like, that's what they're saying. Damn, how many like elementary schools was this song played at? That song just blew my mind. I didn't know that was the actual lyric, and I was like, what? Like my ears just perked up, and I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Right. Anyways,
there's another part during the stream where the other person that was doing the like answering of the questions, they read the lyrics to Genie in a bottle, and they're like, wait, that song's about masturbating? It was the funniest shit ever seen them say that when they realized it. It was so fucking funny.
Anyways,
you can't use any of this.
I might use some of it.